Hi guys, welcome back to Ice Fishing. So tomorrow I'm going to go and fish the Bristol Channel. The original plan was to go and fish the Welsh side in South Wales, fish a few different marks over the course of a few days I'm going to be there for. But they've got onshore winds down there. Now they're not too strong, about 12 mile an hour, something like that. But it's going to be raining pretty much non-stop for the next week over there. So with the onshore winds, it's going to be in my face constantly. Most of the marks I would have been fishing if I did go there is going to be out in the open. You've got to follow the tide in and out. So I've chosen to go the English side of the Bristol Channel and fish a mark that I can set shelter up. I haven't got to keep moving around. Wind's going to be off my back, and I can fish it around the clock as well. The only trouble with this mark is it's a bit snaggy, a bit rough ground. So I'm going to be using a pennel pulley rig. I'll spin the camera around, show you the components, and show you how I make mine. Okay guys, let's go over the components. Obviously a pair of scissors for cutting, 6 ounce weight. If I can't hold bottom tomorrow, then I'm going to switch up to a 7 ounce. I've got a Gemini splashdown clip. Obviously your hooks go in there and then release when it hits the water. Gemini pulley bead. £100 Gemini swivel. Twin link, which will clip to your pulley bead. And a couple of small beads. Right, a couple of small beads. I'm using some 4/0 Cox and Wool meat hooks. I've chose these ones because they've got shorter shank than normal and quite a wide gape there. And then a 4/0 quick circle. A little bit of bait stop tubing that will go above the circle and then stops the circle hook from sliding up the line. 80-pound Rovex 10X line. I'm going to use that straight through. I've got a little bit of 19-pound line, which I'm going to make a rotton bottom out of. As I said, I'm fishing rough ground, so I'm going to be using one of these rotton bottom clips, as we call them, also known as genie breakers. I'll show you how that works later as well. Right, so get some line. Now I normally make mine about 4 foot, so I do the rig body arm's length. That's probably just over 4 foot. The total length of the rig will then be about 8 foot. So first things first, obviously get your splashdown clip and tie your line onto that. I'm just going to do a 6-turn blood lock for this. I'll put it back under there. I'm just going to wet the line. Put the tag end in my teeth so I can fill it. So I've got to do this off camera because it's a bit awkward. Okay. Cut your tag end off. Then you want to put one of your little beads on. And your Gemini pulley bead. connect your twin link to that. Okay, and then that will just clip on to, I use a swivel on the end of my shot leader. It makes it easier for taking your rigs on and off. You know, you can make a few spare ones up then and bait them up ready to go. So as soon as you reel in, cast straight back out with a new one. So there's your pulley system. Another bead. And your £100 power swivel. Same knot as last time. Sand blood knot. We'll wet it, tie it. Cut the tag end off again. Alright. Now I'm going to connect the weight to it for a second. Obviously the rotton bottom system will go on the bottom of that. I'll show you that in a bit. But I just want to get the length of the snood, or the hook length. Now to do that, I see. Throw your snood on. Same knot again. Right. Then all you do is you pull your pulley system up. It might be easier if I go over here and do this bit actually. Sorry guys, I've had to change the camera angle. What I'm going to do is come over here and show you it, because it's a bit hard to try and fit it in with the angle I was using. The reason I use that angle is so you can see it from like your own point of view when you're making the rig, so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing and like how you would do it yourself. Some of the videos you watch when people are face on, trying to do that back yourself, you're doing everything opposite to what they're doing, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I've cut the line already. Basically it just, you nip it off where the splashdown clip is there. Just make sure you know when you do it, you leave a little bit of freedom there for the pulley system to work. Right, I'll come back and tie the hooks on. Right, let's get some hooks on. So before you do that, you want to get your little bait tube in. Just going to be your bait stop. Wet the line a little bit so it slides through easier. And all you do is put it through once, bring it back round, put it through again. Okay, pull that. And just tighten it up a little bit. Now what that does is it forms a free moving knot basically. So you can slide that up and down the line, as you can see there. Yeah, and then all that does is just stops your circle hook from sliding up the line, which obviously you don't want. Then you get your circle hook, just plop that on, then your meat hook, same knot as before, 6 turn blood knot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget to wet it. Yep, just like that. Snip your tag end off. And there you go. So there is your normal pulley pennel rig. Now you can use bigger hooks if you want to. I'm only using 4/0. The reason I chose a meat hook is because, like I said, it's got a wider gape on it, which means I can put a decent sized bait out there. The 4/0 circle hook, I'm literally, as you can see, look, the bait stop there stops it from sliding up so easy. So all I'll do when I've baited up, I'll just wrap it around a couple of times and then just nip it through the back end of the bait, but obviously do it in a way that you have plenty of hook showing. You know, you can even just sit it above the bait if you want to. It's a circle hook, so you know it's going to do the job. Normally, I would use bigger hooks for this sort of rig for fishing for the blondes and small eyes and stuff. But unfortunately, this is all I had in my tackle box. I didn't realise I need to go shopping again. So yeah, sometimes you got to make do with what you got. Right, now I will take the weight off a second and show you guys how the rotton bottom system works. Right, so to do your rotton bottom system, also you get your rotton bottom clip. Slip it on through there, at the top there. Sorry, my camera's not great at focusing. There we go. Alright, so that clips on there. You get your 19-pound line. You can use 15-pound, something like that. You know, whatever you want to use, really. Basically, all the fin line does is so you can imagine we're using 80-pound for the rig body and the snood. Now, the reason you use thinner line is because this is the part you want to break if you do get snagged. Now, the reason for that is that way you only lose a weight. You know, you don't lose the whole rig, or you know, it could snap at your shock leader or something and you lose the whole lot. So this is why we use a rotton bottom in rough ground. So just tie it on there like that. So yeah, and then you get your weight, tie that on. Okay, so there's your rotton bottom system. I'll turn the camera around again in a second, show you how it works properly. Alright guys, so once you've got your rotton bottom clip and your weight tied on, I'll try and demonstrate an easy way of doing this. Now, it's a little bit tricky and it's going to be even more difficult for me because I'm sitting in my front room and I haven't got it on my rod, but you get the idea. So if you spin the weight a little bit like that, it creates a coil or kink in the line. Now what that does is it keeps it all out of the way. You can clip it in nice and easy like so. That just comes up like that. Now if you see in there, there's a little hole there. Now this bit pops in there like so, and that's how it clips up. So as you can see, with the line all twisted up like this, it stops it from having such a big loop. Alright, so when you cast out and it releases, it doesn't get caught on all this kind of stuff, and you know, because you want it to do its job. You know? Now the reason we use a rotton bottom, as I said, partly for, you know, if you get snagged, this line breaks, you only lose the lead and nothing else. Also, the rotton bottom will take the strain of the cast, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is just put a weak bit of line straight from your splashdown clip or Gemini clip, sorry, imp, whatever you're using, and then straight to your lead. Because when you cast, that 19-pound line is taking all the strain, and that's going to break, you know, which you don't want. So, rotton bottom clip, great bit of kit for what it does, you know. And that is that, guys. And there we have it. That's the pulley pennel rig with the rotton bottom system on it. As always, you know, you can change the size of the hook, stuff like that. Personally, as I explained earlier, I would like to use a slightly bigger, you know, 5 or 6.0 hook, fishing for the blondes and stuff, but that's all I had available for the video. I'll probably pop in on a tackle shop on the way through and get some bigger hooks so I can make some rigs up when I get there. But I just wanted to demonstrate how I do it for you guys. And there you go. I'll show you tomorrow when I get there how to bait up and do the rotton bottom thing again. You know, if you didn't quite understand or see it properly in the video, you know, I'll try and show it full size if I can. If it makes it much easier for you. Hopefully I'll catch some fish and get them on video for you. See if I can get some bite action as well. That can be a bit tricky. You know, you don't know when fish are going to bite, do you? So yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, it's totally free. I appreciate anyone that does subscribe. Get the channel on the way. All right, cheers, guys.